Hello and welcome to the Weekend Post Top 10 this week. My name is Evan Michelson from Star Publications, taking you through the top 10 athletes from Albany, Holdingford, Melrose, and Sauk Centre Winter Sports. We'll start as always with boys basketball, and we'll turn to Sauk Centre and Chad Harikoff. The Streeters earned their second consecutive 4-point win January 14th, taking down the Annandale Cardinals 67-63. Harikoff utilized his 6'7" frame to perfect effect, exerting physical strength inside the paint with 19 points on 9 of 14 shooting, all from two-point range. The senior forward affected the game in many other ways, grabbing 14 rebounds and swatting away 5 shots, while also adding 4 assists and 3 steals. Next up, we have Elliot Burnett from Albany. Burnett is the epitome of a do-it-all player. Against the Cathedral Crusaders January 14th, the senior stuffed the stat sheet with 8 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and a block in a 78-43 victory. Before that, the Albany AAA Award nominee barely missed out on a triple-double, putting up 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists in the Huskies' climactic 63-58 triumph over Pequot Lakes January 10th. Moving over to girls hoops, we have Bella Schiffler from Albany. After starting out the winter season sluggish in the form of 1 win against 8 losses, the Huskies have won 4 of their last 5, in part because of the efforts of girls like Schiffler. She was a constant presence on both ends of the court against Rocori January 14th, posting 14 points and 6 steals to go with 3 assists and a block in Albany's 64-42 win. Before that, Schiffler led the team in points with 11 in a loss to Pequot Lakes January 10th. Staying with the Huskies, we have Claire Lacey. Joining her teammate Schiffler on this list is Lacey, who has also provided a spark after emerging late last season as a depth option. The junior was among the Huskies' leading scorers in their aforementioned victory over Rocori January 14th, collecting 15 points along with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. Possessing an element of physicality and a nose for the ball, Lacey added 7 points and 9 rebounds against Pequot Lakes January 10th. Moving over to the wrestling mat, we have Mason Patrick from Holdingford. The Rick Lee Duels Invite January 10th was the setting for several of the state's strongest wrestling programs to take center stage. Patrick helped the Huskers take second out of 6 teams, going 5-0 across 5 different duels. The junior won by technical fall against Bemidji, by pin against Brainerd and Moorhead, by technical fall against Staples Motley, and by a 7-4 decision in overtime against Simley. The latter win came against Jake Koss, the number 1 ranked 133-pounder in Class AA. Next, we have Isaac Frericks from Sauk Centre Melrose. Frericks has provided stability and wins at the bottom of the defenders' lineup for several seasons now, blossoming into a wrestler with as potent a skill set as any. The senior heavyweight locked up his 100th career win on the mat at the Painesville Invitational January 10th, defeating Eden Valley Watkins' Nick Becker in a 4-1 decision as part of a 2-1 day. Frericks was also excellent on his home mat January 16th, winning by pin and major decision. We'll hit the ice for these next two. We'll start with James Reeland from Prairie Center. Reeland's return following an injury has been a triumphant one, as Prairie Center has won 5 of his last 7 games since the junior slotted back into the North Stars lineup. The Melrose product notched his 63rd assist in a 4-1 win over Park Rapids January 9th, breaking the program record for assists in a career. He also provided 3 points in a 6-2 victory over Wadena Deer Creek January 13th and scored one of Prairie Center's 7 goals in a win over Redwood Valley January 14th. We'll stay with that very team. We have Keegan Christians. Also playing a major factor in Prairie Center's recent success is Christians, one of the team's leaders. The Sauk Centre junior skater earned his first career hat trick against Redwood Valley January 14th, with all 3 of his goals coming after goals from Redwood Valley in a 7-3 win. 2 days later, Christians was a bright spot for the North Stars in a 7-3 defeat at the hands of Sauk Rapids Rice, registering a goal and an assist. And we'll jump over to the swimming pool. We'll start with Severin Anderson from Melrose Sauk Center. The Fusion are headed to the Class Single A State True Team meet after accumulating 1,081 points in the Section 5 Single A True Team competition January 11th. Anderson was the program's strongest point earner on the day as the Sauk Center AAA Award nominee, compiled first-place finishes in both the 100 butterfly and 100 breaststroke, while also taking part in Melrose Sauk Center's first-place 200 medley relay and second-place 200 freestyle relay. And to wrap up our list for this week, we have Andrew Stahlberger, also from Melrose Sauk Center. A record-setting week for Melrose Area High School could not be complete without Stahlberger accomplishing something unprecedented on the 1-meter diving board. The junior took second at the aforementioned Section True Team meet, grabbing 434.55 points in 11 dives to set a new Fusion school record. This accomplishment came only a few days after breaking Sauk Center's pool record in the same event. Thanks again for tuning into this week's Top 10 list for the Weekend Post. My name is Evan Michelson from Star Publications, signing off.